Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas. Where do you encounter God in the day-to-day living of your life? That's what I'm exploring this week. From contemplating the handiwork of God in nature to the mundane tasks of everyday living, we can encounter God anywhere if we bother to look. Today, I want to suggest that we can encounter God in the little kindnesses of strangers. A couple of weeks ago, one of you sent me some items from the Dallas Morning News, as you do from time to time. One of the items in particular caught my eye. It seems a woman went shopping at her nearby grocery store during the early senior hours. When she got in line to pay for her groceries, she happened to be behind someone who, encountered a little trouble. It seemed the customer in front of her wrote a check, but didn't have her ID with her at the time. As you might imagine, stress levels went up all around. The woman was frantic because she needed her groceries and she was no doubt embarrassed. The clerk was likely frantic, wanting to both keep the line moving and keep the rules. And the customers in line behind this hapless woman were no doubt irritated. We've all been behind someone in a grocery line who seems to take an inordinate amount of time to pay, and it's frustrating to say the least. On a side note, I know that time is coming for me, and I just hope people are patient with me when I get to that stage. Well, in stepped the store manager. I don't know whether the manager was male or female, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is what the manager did next. The manager came to the checkout line, sized up the situation, and said to the woman, "Ma'am, this one's on me. Don't worry about today, but we hope you will stop in with us again and shop in the future." Wow. I doubt the manager thought of herself as an agent of God's mercy right then. I suspect she was just trying to make the best of a stressful situation and keep the embarrassment down and maybe even keep a lifelong customer coming back. And while the person who wrote this little story didn't say anything about God either, it is clear to me that a little divine intervention took place that morning, or at least some divine inspiration. God is present every day, you see, in the littlest, most unexpected places. You might say, God is hidden in plain sight. I know you've seen little kindnesses like this 100 times. Sometimes we just accept those little kindnesses as part of the fabric of life. Amid all the unkindnesses we see every day, these little gems of kindness have a way of sparkling like jewels in a dirt pile. The prophet Micah reminds us of the importance of kindness in a passage we usually associate with social justice. "With what shall I come before the Lord and bow myself before God on high? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves a year old? Will the Lord be pleased with thousands of rams, with 10,000s of rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? He has told you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? But to do justice, and to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. May you always show kindness when impatience wells up inside. And now may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do today, tomorrow, and in all the days ahead.